Oh, well, hello. It is Tease. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. And I want to say really quickly because this is kind of something that I have to speak about again, even though I spoke about this a few times, but for some reason it's people of all nations, they're not getting it. I'm thinking now that it's happening to them, the world or their world has ended. And this is called the humbling process. Basically, you come somewhere and you get comfortable. So comfortable that you feel like you can't be touched, can't nobody tell you nothing, and you are a part of the winning team. There's people getting the wake up call that you're not a part of that winning team. Now, you might have been used to pretend or to use as a pawn, i.e., these foreigners that are here in America. Basically, if you're not the original people of the land, the people who have been nicknamed and basically brought down a few notches to where now you're eating out the damn garbage can and somebody else is wearing your robe and telling you what to do. Basically, during the colonization process, like, okay, so basically roles have shifted. Um, the rulers are now the slaves and the slaves were the rulers because they all can say, oh, well, pink people were slaves. They were slaves first and then somehow they got back. No, the whole place is colonized. So basically, when they come here, they come to colonize, and they're going to keep that going. Slavery never stopped. It's one of those things where they trick you in thinking like, oh well, I used to kill people. You used to kill people, but you got fresh blood on your shirt. Like that's what America is. And then everybody want to be under a sick delusion that they're free, everything's great, until it ain't. Until it's time for you to get the wake up call, which is now. This is the humbling process, because you get people of all nations getting, I like to call it the nigger treatment. And basically, that's when you get deprived of everything. You just may come up short, and you're going to get the short end of every stick. You see what I'm saying? And I've spoke of this before because not only is that a humbling process as far as even just the thought of it, but people, you would not be able to survive. You won't. And this ain't to say like, okay, well, uh, you never to say that it's in a threatening manner, like kind of like, okay, well, but it really is because the same scrutiny that other people have to face, people sit back and watch, or they turn a blind eye, or they hold their head down, or they, ooh, thank God that ain't me. You see what I'm saying? No one really fights for your rights. And I guess I could spit that out too while we're talking about rights. In America, there's no such thing as rights. They only said that to trick you. Because my thing is, if I got to tell you you have a right to live or you got a right to do this and right to eat, that means you don't. Obviously, you don't. If I got to tell you and remind you, I got my rights. You ain't got no damn rights. In a colonized land, not only is it stolen, criminal country. Yeah, come on now, stop it. It was a man that described America as a plantation. And I could believe it more as a plantation than an actual corporation. Because I guess it is still a business at the end of the day, even with the prisons. Those are plantations, but it's a very lucrative business. A lot of good money comes in through those prisons, and which is probably why they're getting built. You're going to see more prisons than anything, probably than grocery stores, than schools. That they'll never have a place for you in society, or they'll never have a place for you. You can't even sit at their restaurants, but you are more than welcome in their prisons and jails. I can promise you that. Even if they don't have the room. Oh, we have to stuff y'all in the lockers. Oh, there's plenty of room for you in these prisons or the cemeteries too. Actually, that's another story because they said that they don't even really be burying them bodies in them cemeteries. Maybe that's where those McDoubles are coming from. That's a whole nother story too. And then y'all want to talk about this is the land of the damn free. You've got rights. Yo, yeah, you got a right. You got a right to this toe tag. And then you got a right to go sit down somewhere and finish paying them bills until you milk dry. That's what you got the right to do. Because I can promise you that's one thing that ain't going to stop. Them toe tags ain't going to stop. And them bills ain't going to stop. I don't care if the place blows up. You still going to get your final bills here. Like, I'm dead. Your final bill. Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to the machine world, there is no, you got rights. Okay. Well, your rights are going to be, you're going about to see how many rights you got coming soon. Yeah. So basically, almost every day, if not every day, I'm seeing videos of, and here's another thing too. I don't understand why they're only showing Hispanic families And that, I better be, because when I seen this one today, it was a family of three. You got the man, woman, and child. They had their daughter with them, and they were coming to pick up the father. I don't know why they just got the father, because none of them were speaking English. I don't know if it was staged, or maybe the father, his ticket number came up. Okay, go get him. Or maybe they ran into him. Maybe he had a discrepancy somewhere, but I don't know where they were. But they were three together, and they're like, okay, well, we already know what this is. We're here to pick up dad. And then he just kept saying, he pointed to him, his daughter, and his wife. A family. Mind you, why are you screaming family when y'all all can leave together? That's one thing that I've noticed. I've noticed that. They're only crying from, don't take my mom, don't take my dad, don't take my child. They're there, and mind you, they're not ripping them out of their hands. They can, trust me, they can get thrown in the back of that semi as well. But notice how they like, but to hell with you, basically. Because my thing is, if you're pulling the string, basically like a tug of war, come over here. No, you come over there. No, come over here. No, take your ass with whoever you crying with. You see what I'm saying? They want to cry, don't take my son, don't take this. Okay, well, go with him. That's the thing, though. And I'm thinking, nobody want to take mine, but I call it cruel. Okay, no, what's cruel is having to hear you crying when I could just throw all y'all in the back of this damn semi. So you, the newborn, everything get thrown in the back of the semi. So therefore, you separating families. Okay. No, you separated the family because you're not, I promise you, none of them, I don't care if it's staged or not, none of them are ever following those damn buses, semis, planes, or trains that they're getting stuffed into. They're never following up behind it. I'm like, you separated. Okay, what's stopping you from getting thrown in the back of the semi? And then they were just, it gets really quiet. Huh? You want to go with them? No. Okay, well, shut up then. What are you crying for? Okay? Then that part that blows me, because I'm thinking, like, leave it up to me. Everybody will be getting thrown in the back of that damn semi. Okay? You don't have original dirt under your fingernails or up under your foots, your ass is getting thrown in the back of that semi. If your bodies aren't up under these damn cities, your ass is getting thrown in the back of that semi. And here's another thing, too, before we continue. And I still don't know why they're only showing the Hispanics as if they're the only illegals here. Trust me, they come in different creeds and crudes and different shades. I need to start seeing some pink people getting loaded up, too, to tell you the truth. Because those are the original pilgrims. If you want to say who's illegal, those are the true illegals. Because at least the Mexicans can say, which is another thing, too, because they keep saying, but this is our country. We own California. No. Here's the rumor of it. They said there's rumor that Mexico sold California for drugs. Now, I don't know how true that was because I had nothing to do with the transaction, but I can believe it. Because if you want to find some, I don't even want to blame it on the Mexican. Let me shut up. Because I don't want to say that it's, let me shut up. Because they said meth came from Asians. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Yeah, so like I said, to the rabbit hole goes deep. You'll think like, who's that doing this or who got, but it goes beyond that. Even if they say, well, who's on meth? We all could be on meth, but who brought it in and they probably get the camera pointed to them because there's so many of them. It's all I see is you're every damn where, like roaches. But other than that, like the rabbit hole goes pretty deep. But yeah, for those who think that Mexico or California is Mexico or California, basically the borderline Western states, it probably used to be Mexico before it got sold for dope, if you will. I don't know what kind of drugs they were sold them to back in days. So I don't know, maybe sometime in the past. Yeah. And like I said, I don't know how true that is, but that's the rumor. And I'm thinking they would know that too, because that's probably why they look so nervous. Like, okay, well, you still know that, yeah, it might have all these Mexican names on the wall, or these quote unquote Spanish names on the wall. But at the end of the day, you kind of sold yourself out to the highest or lowest bidder for drugs. Quote, somebody said it was for drugs. Like I don't know if that was documented, but I can believe that because ain't nothing but drugs out west. And again, it ain't just out west, but I've only learned of meth out west. I think first time I heard about it was in Vegas, so I don't know if it only goes so far. Because I'm originally from Illinois, and I have not heard of meth. I've heard of crack. I've seen I see crackheads here, there, and everywhere. But meth, I'm like, what the F is this? And everybody on meth, I'm like, is that what got you? And I don't know if that's what got them slumped over. I don't know what it is, but I would say no to drugs. I don't care how bad it is. Say no to drugs, because they ain't gonna be worth it. No, just say no to drugs. Yeah, so yeah, the whole to me, I'm starting to think that deportation stuff is fake because they're only showing one caliber of people, and every time they see them, I'm hearing you're there. I don't know if they're trying to do it to make it seem like you're really tearing the families apart, but it's like, what's stopping you from throwing your ass in the back of that semi as well? Now, I understand you want to be here because this is the quote unquote winning team, but again, if they're taking your family members, why are you staying back crying? That's what I'm saying. That just reminds me of the defeated people who just sit back crying, don't fight, but you want to sit back and cry. I thought thinking like, you know good that you need to get one in between your eyes because you ain't helping me. I don't need you. Don't cry in my face. Don't stare at me. Don't record me. Okay? Because that makes you useless. Do something. Because crying, you want to sit there and cry? Grown ass men and women crying. Yeah. Go ahead and put one in between all of their eyes, please. That's one thing I'm telling you. Those tears do not work with me. That's the best you got in the midst of tears. Yeah. You're going to make for a great, for them, you're going to make for a great snack over the winter. Because they'll eat the shit out of you in a second. But I'm just like, good. Yeah, but, yeah, the whole wake-up call, this humbling process, which is crazy. I don't want to sit back rubbing my hands like, ooh, get them, Lord. And like, no, but I'm just more like, you do need to be humbled, though, because a lot of people, they really do feel like you're untouched or feel like you've got rights. You don't got no damn rights. No, you don't. You're in a criminal country, and you think that you ain't going to get criminalized? Like, come on now. You're in a criminal country. I don't care how much you thought it was a long time ago. They're still doing crimes to this day, just like now. Aren't y'all claiming what Trump is doing? It's inhumane. Only inhumane because it's happening to you. Okay? Because I can promise you, this ain't nothing new to me. You give me any of your problems, and I'm gonna compare it to mine. I'm thinking like, well, I've been doing this shit for centuries, and you ain't batting an eye. So keep that same energy. Okay? Seriously. When it's time, oh, you separated me from my family. Okay. Well, how about this? During slavery, you didn't get the option to just sit there and say, oh, well, take me too. No. I want take the dad, send the mother here, and then master keeps the child. You know, for sick purposes. You see what I'm saying? So that's how that worked. So these people, they're not eating. Well, I don't want to say that they're not eating their children too, because those 250,000 children that came up missing, that's another thing too, though. But honestly, though, we can't really say that they came up missing, or did you drop them off, or did you leave them? Because like I said, if you're at the border, most of those people are not getting kidnapped to just strictly just the border. Like, no, you're sitting there waiting to get in, and you end up getting caught in between the currents, if you will. Basically, when it's time to jump the fence, jump the river, jump the broom or whatever, you get caught in between that time. And a lot of children, men, women, and children get caught up and killed in between trying to cross the borders. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's a lot of strange activity over there. And like I say, a lot of these people, not most of them, you're not getting kidnapped. You getting brought over there, but you getting stopped at the shoulder, like what you got for me. And speaking of what you got for me, that's coming up too. A lot of people say like, okay, your job, your talents and all that ain't gonna mean nothing after a while because the money's about to fly out the window. That means, oh, you ain't got this and that. And conveniently I do. Or even if it's in the new currency. And then not only do I owe you, but what you gonna give me? And we all know what that means. You see what I'm saying? So those times are prevalent as well. And you had the nerve to probably talking about you ain't a slave. Okay. Yeah, well, your money is about to get put where your mouth is. And mind you, you don't have any damn money. So, yeah, do the math. Do the math. And then if you don't believe this is a criminal country, okay. Go ahead and get a little bit more broke. And things are going to get a little bit more strange. I was listening to a guy yesterday, and he had such great points about people saying what they won't do. Oh, I ain't going to do this. I would never. Okay, that's because you're saying that now because you ain't hungry enough. I think once you start getting hungry, thirsty, and get left without food, clothes, water, and shelter for enough time, oh, you're going to fold like Kunta Kinte, which was so offensive. It's slightly off topic, but I got so offended with the whole Kunta Kinte thing. You just sit there and got the shit beat out of you, and then you basically when you nearly beaten to death, now you go, okay, now I'm Toby, and I'm thinking, bitch, if you was gonna fold, why you could have saved yourself all the blood in the trauma. I would have just conformed. Toby, I would have been like, yes, my name is, before you even go across my head or go across my back. Yes, I'm Toby. If you gonna fucking fold anyway, I mean, they done beat the shit out of him. They got one breath left. And Toby, hey, bitch, if you was just gonna fold, you could have saved yourself the trouble. So that's another thing too. If you don't have a warrior spirit where you're literally willing to die behind it, sit your weak ass down somewhere. Come on, you got rights. Yeah, you got the right to this damn toe tag. That's what you got the right. Or you got the right to end up in a McDouble. That's what you got the right. That's about the only thing you got. That's it. Everything else is controlled. Okay. Hell, I tell you the truth, even your death is controlled, tell you the truth. All these poisons and stuff, people do not die. I have yet to meet a natural death. I don't know when the last time I've heard of a natural death. I promise you. Like just a regular old slip and fall. Hell, there's rumored that car accidents aren't even natural. Those are like literally some witchcraft, freak accident. Oh, I was headed to see my children and got hit. It was, a lot of that stuff is probably just witchcraft, tell you the truth, when it comes to car accidents. So I'll say most of the time, the deaths these days are controlled. Because like I said, I promise you, I don't remember the last time hearing about a natural death. Like somebody just, okay, I literally just fell down the stairs, got out of the shower and broke my neck from a slip and fall. Like, people do not die naturally anymore. And I can promise you, just sitting here thinking for 5 or 10 seconds, I can't think of a natural death. The last time I heard of, he just, or just quote unquote died of old age. No. Most people are being taken out the long way. So, yes, this humbling process, and again, I don't want to sit back like, oh, I'm just loving it, but it is necessary for you to wake up and smell the roses to see where you are and to notice that half the time y'all are the problem, because again, once it is time for that damn humbling process and then for you to hold on for dear life, now you're throwing family members under the bus. Now you're being overly humble. I don't know if you noticed too. I've noticed when Trump first got into office, I've noticed the Hispanics in particular. I don't see very many pink people. You know, they supposed to be halfway expired. But I noticed the Hispanic people, they were actually a little kinder than usual. I'm thinking like, because normally they're not kind at all. And I'm not saying 2 and 3 of them ain't cool, but I'm talking collectively. They don't fool with the niggers. But I've noticed they've been kind lately. I don't know if they're trying to, let me get humble up. Let me finally put some respect on your name. Like, no. And at this point, I'm not saying it's too late. I don't want to say it's too late, but the humbling process is necessary for you to understand and wake up and smell the roses. And before I finish, I do want to say, before anyone try to look down on me or people of my caliber, just the thought of walking an inch or even putting on those shoes, you got to take a step. Just the thought of it. The thought of getting a lifetime of the quote-unquote nigger treatment, the thought of it will kill you, okay? And so that's what I'm saying. A lot of people who want to criticize the American Negroes or those who are associated with the slave trades, because that's another thing too. We all are not slaves. I mean, as far as coming on a slave ship, now we're a slave here. If you're in America, you're a slave. Or if you're in the world, you are a slave. But as far as anyone with dark skin, we're not necessarily, okay, slave trade slaves. We're just regular old slaves because we're here in America. But a lot of people, just the thought of it, like literally living your whole life in deprivation, not knowing who, what, where, when, and why you are, and then not having this and that, not being able to learn, no proper food, water, clothes, and shelter. Because that's another thing too. If you call, hey, I'm hungry, okay, we'll give them the food that they will give those on food. Oh, I'm thirsty. Okay, we'll give them Flint water. Y'all ain't gonna want, you're not gonna want that. Just the thought of it. That's inhumane. Okay, well, tell that to the people of Flint. You see what I'm saying? That's inhumane. What's inhumane? You see what I'm saying? You get a piece of the nigger treatment, they'll call it inhumane, but it will sit back and watch you endure it. And will step over you and turn another eye, or tell you, well, you should have paid your rent. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say this humbling process is very necessary. And again, I don't want to sit back and rubbing my hands together, because at the end of the day, I still got my own problems. So while I'm over here thanking God that you're getting it, I still got to watch my own back as well, So just because we're all going through it, it doesn't make it any better. But at the same time, the humbling process is very needed. Because now we're back to God Bless America or family, my family. Now, mind you, they're here and they're there like tug of war. Your whole family can go with you, right? But no, they rather make it cause a scene. Oh, they're separating us. Go with them, huh? Those tears gonna stop real fast. They separated. Okay, throw your ass. All that got Becky, and them tears gonna clear right up. They're good. No, go ahead and take them. Go ahead and take her. Get the hell out of here. Oh, my family. Go with it. Let me straighten up. Yeah, I've noticed that. Go look up every video where they're quote unquote tearing families apart. They both are crying until it's time to go with them. They're just gonna straighten up real. Just comply. They're gonna dry them tears and tell you to just comply. Okay. So yeah, that humbling process is very necessary because a lot of people are putting on. They want to do this for the attention. Because again, if you were doing this for the attention, then you would be sitting here and crying while they're there getting swept away. When your ass should be following the damn bus or the semi that they're getting. Don't take my husband, don't take my wife, like that. Literally, you should be glued to them at the hip the way you crying. But you're not doing that. You're not. Because that's why I believe this shit is for show. But at the same time, the humbling process is very, very necessary. Very, very necessary. And to tell you the truth, I would say, yes, go ahead and give them the nigger treatment, but spare the children. Like I say, I would say we do still have, I'll be the one sending out the spiritual hits. But I would say I would have a heart enough to spare the children. Any other nation wouldn't spare yours. You see what I'm saying? I keep that in mind as well. Because for those of you want to call me harsh, what do you mean? How dare you give me the nigger treatment? Trust me, I still have a heart. Okay, if I'm able to spare your children, trust me, who do you think is the first to go? Who the hell do you think is number one on the black market? Okay, children are a high commodity. Okay, for people who are sick and people who want free labor, the children are your best bet. Those are the real machines for the future. You know what I'm saying? Because these adults, y'all are done. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If I have a heart enough to spare the children, don't give the children the nigger treatment, or don't give the children what my children have got. Okay. Yeah, humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? Humble yourself. Because I can promise you, wouldn't nobody be this damn graceful, or never have been this damn graceful when it comes to us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Trust me, there's a little piece of heart that I have for others, or for people who don't even deserve it. Like I say, and if I do have a piece of a heart, or if I do want to show you mercy, I will show mercy on your children. Even though more than likely they're probably going to get it too, because if they're associated with you. Because like I say, with these children of today, they're being destroyed. But leave it up to me if it's time to return. You get the pain that I've been going through for centuries. You can have that pain, but I will take it a step further and say, spare the children. Don't give the children what my children had to suffer. If you know my drift, like as far as being kidnapped and Lord knows what, and basically blinded and destroyed and killed, none of that. No, spare the children, but give the adults all the hell that you got. That's how that would work, because it's something, there is that is a real thing. What goes around comes around. Like I say, if I'm going around basically lying, killing, and stealing, that energy is coming back to me. That lying, killing, and stealing spirit is coming back, because that's what I'm spewing to the world. And again, I have no hatred for you, because like I say, obviously you hate yourself, because if you got to go upside my head without knowing me, that's the pure hatred, and that's pure evil too. That's another reason too why that humbling process need to happen. Because again, nobody has no problem mistreating. They have no problem with the abuse, the deaths, none of that, because it's not happening to them. It's not happening to you. But now that it's your turn, inhumane. God bless America. Don't separate your family. Get out of here. No. Only the children will be spared. Only the children. Those are the only ones that are quote unquote safe. Okay. So to hell with you all. I'm very serious, seriously, because the humbling process is very necessary. Trust me, because if people gave a damn, this world wouldn't be so shitty. People don't give a damn about nothing but themselves. Okay. But anyway, like I say, and with this whole fake ass deportation stuff, that's the number one reason how you know it's fake, because, or it's for show. I don't want to say it's fake, it's for show. Like, look, they're separating us. Look, feel sorry for me, okay? But again, are you following your husband or your wife out of here? And if the answer is no, then shut the F up. You're putting on. I need to see you putting forth work. Fight for what the hell you believe in. Okay, you want your family? Fight for it. Go run behind that damn semi. Don't stay back here on the Americans, the quote-unquote winning team, crying about it. Shut your ass up. Don't want to hear that. Well, you crying about another damn nation and you over here. And well, this is the melting pot. Okay, well, that pot is about to get solidified. All that melted wax will be solidified. So you can see what is what and who is who. Seriously. Everybody here, Pilgrim, okay, well, everybody need to get deported who don't belong. That's the problem. The shit is not natural. Y'all got too much going on in one place, and everybody want to be reckless, and everybody want to be unhumble. You're too damn arrogant. And notice how that arrogance flew out the window when Trump came in. Everybody went, hey, I hate Trump. Well, actually, I really like him, because low-key, he's doing my dirty work, tell you the truth. Because he is a puppet. A lot of y'all think that he's not really running the world. He's being ran by somebody. He's not. Y'all are just foolish enough to believe it. Anyway, let me shut up. Be well and be safe.